Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we have some pretty big drama going on over here when it comes to PlayStation and Xbox. Now, as you guys probably know, that's the usual day-to-day beef. There's always someone upset about something, but right now, we're seeing the amounts of petty and the back and forth right now with the gaming sphere, Twitter, the overall gaming sphere as a whole, is kind of bringing light towards. Because as you guys know, there's been a big saga of a lot of Xbox games just kind of slowly meandering their way on over to the PlayStation ecosystem, such as a lot of like PlayStation first-party games, the Sea of Thieves, and all those good boys over there coming to PlayStation, Call of Duty, and all of that. And as well, future games too, where a lot of people kind of have the idea that Xbox itself is kind of, dying. It's more of a publisher. I'm sure you guys have heard me talk about this on the channel or in the general sphere or whatever it might be. But right now, we actually saw some bigger news and bigger drama coming out of the Game of the Year awards when it comes to one of the Xbox exclusives that are also now launching on PlayStation 5. Kind of once again fueling the fire that Xbox is kind of on the out and out. But as well, we saw a pretty big move that PlayStation did to completely remove Xbox from all the marketing plans, and people are calling it out. People are basically saying that Xbox is a bunch of like Ks, and at the end of the day, like, there's a lot of random weird dramas. Let's go talk about this. Make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. We have the PS5 Pro giveaway for a few more days on the channel itself, so get your last minute subscriptions on here, our second YouTube account, the 2 Twitter accounts down below, and the Twitch for all the bonus entries, and of course the affiliate links down below. Let's go and dive on into it. So first and foremost, if you guys have missed it, I'm going to give you guys, I guess, like the quick glance through over here to kind of give you guys the vibe. This is a game that's coming out very soon called The Outer Wilds. For whatever worlds. I always want to call it Wilds whenever I've said it. I just literally did it right there. But basically, this is a Xbox game basically saying, oh, look, the people who made Star Wars, Old Knights of the Old Republic, and, Outer Worlds 2 and Outer Worlds 1. All that good stuff. Basically, the game itself is, for lack of better terms, if you guys happen to know, you guys played, kind of think like a Fallout vibe, I'd probably say. Like, here you see Fallout 3, New Vegas. Like, it's kind of like the idea of like, hey, this is basically just a space Fallout type style game. A lot of people really like the Outer Worlds. Like, the first one had pretty good reception, and I do believe this is actually going to be a day one Game Pass title as well. From my understanding, we'll have to kind of see. It's like a few more, probably months out. But this is the rumored 2025 release date for the game. It does look pretty phenomenal and pretty good. Once again, it gives a lot of Fallout vibes. I used to love the old school Fallout 3, 4, modded Fallout, etc. Like, I'm into this, dude. I'm always down with it. So anyway, the big deal on this one, and you guys are probably going to see, and I'll make the lecture notion, like, after this trailer is all done, is that we saw a few things. Number one, that this game is coming to PlayStation, which has been the big general vibe, where Xbox is kind of putting their hands up, being like, hey, it is what it is, boys. It is what it is. We take what we can go get from our game-wise, whatever. But they're kind of like, hey, this game's coming to PlayStation. Kind of once again disregarding the idea of Xbox, the Xbox ecosystem, and all of that. But I'm going to show you guys another picture too, because as you guys know, these big marketing things, like I will go on IGN, I'll go on PlayStation's YouTube, Xbox's YouTube, all these random various accounts. They will typically go and repost a lot of trailers, a lot of other various things out there. And as you guys can see from this one, I'm going to highlight this. I want to show you guys this really right this second. Like, everyone kind of sit tight as I have a chance to go and do like the, coming soon and all that at the very tail end. I'll give like 2 more seconds. So we have this lovely guy that looks like the Monopoly Man. As you guys go and look through this, there's a lot of things I'm going to go and stare at as I have my screen and have your attention. Coming in 2025, Outer Worlds 2, few things. Number 1, Xbox Game Studios. This is an Xbox Game Studio game. Please keep that in mind. You also have Game Pass. So this should, in theory, be a day one, most likely, Game Pass title. Realistically, whenever you've seen the Game Pass marketing, it's an Xbox exclusive, you will most likely be able to go buy this game day one, or more so, I guess, stream it, rent it. Like, what do we even kind of call it for Game Pass? Just play it, I guess. Play it on Xbox Game Pass. Obviously, they have the Xbox marketing as the 1, 2, 3. It's usually on the left. That's where your eye is drawn. And then Steam, they're getting their cut. And then, but the biggest thing out there is PlayStation. As you guys can go and tell, that kind of once again solidifies the Xbox as becoming more of a publisher. I kind of go and drop it off and realize that PlayStation and Steam are pretty integral. Like, you could sell them in the Microsoft Store, but would you want to go and sell 500,000 copies of a game and get 100%? Or would you rather go and sell 5 million of copies of the game and then get 30%? In theory, if you guys know how to do math, you make a lot more money on that, because either way, you're still making more money, more people are streaming it on Twitch, more people are playing the game as a whole, more TikTok videos, funny moments, glitches, tweets, overall gaming discourse, whatever it might be. So So that's like the kind of the big first title, is they're basically giving up and they're like, once again, you get on PlayStation. Now, this may not be a day one title though, because sometimes we have seen Game Pass and then kind of launch for like a 6 months or so. We'll have to see where the future ecosystem goes. But this has kind of been talked about a lot. But one thing I want to go and note over here, and this is where a lot of people are getting more extra drama on top of this, is that when it goes to the PlayStation account, so that's why I want to highlight this over here. If you go and see the official Xbox trailer, or from like, whatever account, this is from Obsidian itself. If you like, once again, they all these places upload a bajillion different trailers. Like, why not? It's like, why not? Like, if you're Obsidian, you're owned by Xbox, so why can't Xbox also go post it? It's just free promotion, free ad revenue, more subscribers for the brand, whatever it might go and be. But anyway, you guys can see this is like the official Obsidian account over here, Xbox Game Studio, Game Pass, Series X and S. But then if you go and see on PlayStation, which once again, they're on the same marketing vibe, it's on the main official PlayStation account, and this is where the big drama is kind of coming on in. Or the Outer Worlds 2 gameplay trailer, PS5 games. People are kind of noticing this. For number one is that it's not even, so this is like the Game Awards 2024 official gameplay trailer. They don't even mention this. They just say it's a PS5 game. For the meta tags, if you know for your YouTube or like basically your tags, your title, it kind of depends on what goes and gets searched. Like, let's go and say you're a girl doing makeup and you do makeup tutorial, it'll pop up if you do makeup. You're not gonna have a makeup tutorial if you're trying to go find PS5 games, whatever. So first and foremost, PlayStation kind of did this all dirty. Now I do the same thing if I own PlayStation, whatever, but as well, they have the Xbox Game Studios still just sitting there, that's fine. And then they have the Obsidian over there, still just sitting there, that's fine. But I'm sure you guys can probably on quick glance realize what everything else got removed. Now, people are kind of calling this out and being like, hey, this is an Xbox game. And that's why I said the CUCKSs over there, where it's like, Xbox, how does it feel having your own money, marketing, and time basically just kind of shoved in everyone else's face and getting free promotion on things like, say, PlayStation? I don't agree with that. Per se, I like the idea that Xbox is making their games everywhere. I will most likely play this game on PC, on Game Pass, so I'm cool with Xbox. I'm vibing it. I'm thankful Game Pass is there. But obviously on the internet side, people are noticing this. People are calling it out. People are basically saying like, Xbox, like, you guys have kind of no marketing prowess. You have no power. You have like no leverage, it seems like. Because number one, as we kind of talked about, the game itself is coming out on PlayStation. And, well, that's fine. I like Xbox games coming to PlayStation. But we still haven't seen a lot of PlayStation games go to Xbox. It does really kind of seem like a one-way street where Xbox is like, yeah, we're spending $100 million in this game, and we might make some of that back from Game Pass, but we still want to grow Game Pass and spend our money on different Game Pass games and, like, invest into Xbox Game Studios and spend more money on a vault, like, I don't know, any other game out there, like a Halo, whatever. But once again, this is where PlayStation apparently just is like taking their aim of it. They're like, hey man, we are going to just get rid of this big Game Pass logo. We're not here to market Game Pass. You give us the game, you need us, not the other way around. Which once again is crazy because this is an Xbox game. This is an Xbox Studios game. It's a Game Pass day one game. Like, you would kind of think like, hey, like, you will give you the PlayStation game, you could buy it, you give us the normal cut, like the 30% or whatever it might go and be, but at least on the bare minimum, you gotta go put Game Pass and the Xbox Series X and S up on your thing, because it's kind of the same thing. Look at this. Like, I would almost want to say, like, this is actually bigger. Like, if you kind of factor this on in with the same size, like, the PlayStation's bigger than Steam, and also it looks bigger. And also if you can kind of compare the two, funny enough, their PlayStation 5 logo is actually even smaller. Like, I'll give some credit to Xbox. I mean, I think a lot of people are making fun of Xbox and I kind of get the vibe of it. But like, I mean, they're like, hey, whatever, we're going to stand by our word. We're going to give you guys the game. We're not sure if it's a day one release or, 2025 is a long time. It could be a day one. It could be 6 months later. We don't really know. But like, I respect them for doing it. Like, look, like, I mean, I get it. And then this is where PlayStation just removes literally everything, even Steam. Funny enough. Although I guess it is not their game and they are just a studio, so they don't have to market it. It's not a big deal. Like, I just want to reiterate, it's not a big deal here. I don't really care. I just think a lot of people, it's like an interesting, like, Xbox, PlayStation, back and forth, that type of vibe. I like it. I vibe it. Like, I mean, I don't say I like it, but like, I understand it. I get the vibe of it. But yeah, it's crazy. Like, people are calling out PlayStation over here for being like the evil corporation, the big bully. People are making fun of Xbox for spending hundreds of millions of dollars on various games that they just give to PlayStation. But once again, they're still making money either way. And that PlayStation still has not really given them much back. We haven't had like a Spider-Man on Xbox or God of War on Xbox or like Horizon on Xbox, which is still kind of surprising, but maybe they're just waiting for the best time to do it. I don't know. It's also crazy too because Call of Duty is still coming out on PlayStation 2 for the next 10 years plus. So I don't know. I thought it was a little bit of a nifty drama where it still once again shows that Xbox is becoming a publisher and that PlayStation somehow swooping on in. So give me your thoughts and comments on everything down below. Subscribe if you guys are new. All the affiliate links are down below if you guys want to use them up. And get there's last, like the second YouTube account, Twitter and Twitch. We hanging out on Twitch today playing some weird waifu game. And I appreciate you all so much for watching in the first place.